Hey, have you heard about that Mario guy?
Who? You mean?
Yeah, the one with the mushrooms.
Yeah.
The one jumping up and down the forest.
Yeah, I know him.
Yes? Okay, hey, check it out.
Super Mario RPG. It is the only one just for me. When I play the
And so, Ztarragus got so angry that he somehow managed to reincarnate into the original version of himself. He managed to reincarnate into the original source material of himself. Sort of. He was still dark, though. And now we come to a very cliched opening sequence of Mario and his friends just relaxing and enjoying their day. And then Ztarragus falls from the sky, and Mario is like, ah! And then everybody comes to check out Ztarragus, who is stuck in the ground, and they are talking amongst themselves, even though the story says they are arguing. And then Lakitu, the terrible cameraman, comes by with a toy box that's painted like the sky. Secretly, he wants to help Ztarragus go back to his former self. And in order to do that, Mario and his friends have to play Mario Party, whatever that is to Ztarragus. Suddenly, Ztarragus gives off a brilliantly bright flash of light, and everybody is transported into the toy box. All of them accompanied by a character that Nintendo obviously forgot because they mandated the frick out of Mario Party Superstars. This character with his many mood swings made Mario and his friends disappear for a moment, and then suddenly Ztarragus reveals himself. He proposed a test to see who was worthy to possess him and become ruler of his island. Whoever would collect all 7 Zars stamps would own Ztarragus and become ruler of Ztarragus' island. Ztarragus failed to notice that his eyes, eyebrows, and mustache were not what they used to be. Meanwhile, another character that Nintendo forgot in favor of this guy went to go tell his adult counterpart about the whole thing. Little did Baby Bowser know that Bowser is treated as a joke in Mario Party 3 this story about Ztarragus. Eventually, Mario won the first round and Ztarragus got his eyebrows and mustache back to the color that they were. But before he could get the wet Zar stamp, Wario intervened. Yes, you remember Wario. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Wario once lied and said he created Ztarragus out of Zars. But if you watch the other parts of the Ztarragus' Island series, you know that that's not true. Nevertheless, this was Wario's chance to actually own Ztarragus and actually own Ztarragus' island for once. But Ztarragus told them both that they would have to duel for it. After Wario lost that duel and Tumble spoke for him even though he didn't have to, they can speak perfectly by anyway. Ztarragus lost his eyebrows and mustache again. They went right back to how they were before. But at least Mario was able to win the duel and he was able to win the Wit Zar stamp. And so that Star stamp was added to his stamp card. It looks beautiful, doesn't it? Even though it doesn't look angry. And of course, Bowser showed up too late to claim the Wit Zar stamp. What a joke character he was in story mode. In Mario Party 3, he's a much cooler character who steals your coins like he does in the other Mario parties. But in Mario Party, this story, he is treated like a joke. After Ztarragus got his eyebrows and mustache back, and Mario won, of course, Mario almost got the kindness Zar stamp, but Yoshi intervened. Mario defeats him in a duel, preventing Ztarragus' island from being overrun by Yoshis. And Bowser ends up repeating his mistake from earlier. Suddenly, Ztarragus' bright red eyes go back to the way they were, but his eyebrows and mustache go back to being what they were not supposed to be. Meanwhile, Donkey Kong showed up claiming that he wanted to turn Ztarragus' island into his own personal jungle and invite all of his Kong friends. He wanted to claim Ztarragus' island for himself, just like DK Isle. I know that might sound out of character for Donkey Kong, but just go with it. After Mario defeated him and Ztarragus changed again, Tumble made a rough translation of what DK was saying. What DK really said was, I was too weak to take this island and I was being out of character. Anyway, Ztarragus added another Zar Zamp to Mario's Zar Zamp collection. His Zamp card, which is spelled with an S for some reason. This time Bowser actually caught up with them, but he is pushed aside because he's a freaking joke in this. As Ztarragus started to look more like his old self, except for his outline, but now having all his facial features intact, he began to remember everything and he started to question why he was even doing this in the first place. But he decided that the best course of action was to continue doing it anyway. Anyway, yada yada yada, Peach wanted to take over the island, turn it into a Vive Island or her Theater Island or whatever. Mario defeats her in a duel, yada yada yada. Ztarragus' appearance regresses, yada yada yada. Another Zar Zamp for Mario's collection, yada yada yada. Bowser continues to get pushed around, yada yada yada. And now Mario had to duel his own brother for the Zar Zamp of Courage. Even though Luigi has no courage and was portrayed as a scaredy cat in his own games! But Luigi is the representative for every single Zar Zamp in the game. But yeah, because Luigi's scared so easily, Mario was able to defeat him in a duel and he got the Zar Zamp. And Ztarragus, no longer minding any of the changes he was going through from scene to scene, went ahead and gave him that Zar Zamp anyway. Finally, we get to the part of the story that strays from the regular formula that this story mode has. Going completely against his character, Ztarragus falls in love with Daisy and decides to give her the beauty Zar Zamp, which Mario intervenes and complains about. And because Bowser has not suffered enough, we now come to the funniest part of the story where Daisy just flips Bowser away. Master of Worlds, if you're watching, did you enjoy that? Even Ztarragus was surprised by this. How could Ztarragus be surprised by that? Actually, I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know what to make of this. I sure wish Nintendo would be this spontaneous again. After Mario defeats Daisy in a duel, Ztarragus realizes why he fell in love with Daisy in the first place. It was because of her charm. Anyway, Ztarragus realizes that he should not be crushing over Daisy and that he is angry at himself. He is angry at himself! Ztarragus gets angry that he was ever charmed by Daisy in the first place. Anyway, Mario now only has one more Zar Zamp to collect. This is the part of the story where Bowser, who was being treated as a joke, gets pushed too far. This is the part of the story where Bowser gets treated more like a joke than anybody else. This is something that Nintendo would never do nowadays. This is the only time that Nintendo or Sakurai has ever treated Waluigi with any respect. Nintendo will just never give Waluigi this kind of respect anymore. This is a very special moment in Nintendo's history. Tired of being pushed around and treated like crap, Bowser decides to fight Waluigi, who accepts his challenge. And of course the two battle it out, and they battle it out, and they battle it out. But of course, Bowser is treated like crap, and he loses the battle. And Waluigi wins the battle, signifying the first and last time Nintendo ever treats him with any respect. At that moment, Ztarragus was having an epiphany. He was not surprised that Waluigi won. He was surprised because he was having an epiphany. This is the part of the story that makes us feel bad for Bowser and hate Waluigi, because why not? Waluigi has had to deal with so much crap over the years that we have no choice but to give him this. For crying out loud, his Piranha Plant partner got more respect than him! Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, that's the whole reason he wants to take over Ztarragus' island in the first place. After Bowser was hauled away, never to be seen again because of how he was treated in this story, Waluigi tried to defeat Mario and his friends, but he failed! Ever since then, Waluigi has been treated like crap, just like Bowser in this story. Wait a minute, we're still talking about Ztarragus' Island 4, right? Anyway, even though Waluigi tried to take over Ztarragus' island in order to finally get the respect that he deserves, Mario still managed to beat him. Poor Waluigi can't get another break. Finally, Mario had managed to get all 7 Zar Zamps. Mario's Zar Zamp collection was finally complete.
I got it.
However, Ztarragus' memories had finally returned to him, and so Ztarragus challenged Mario. He challenged Mario for control of the island. It was at this point in the story that Ztarragus got angry, really angry that he let Mario get control of the island by letting him get all 7 Zar Zamps, signifying that those Zar Zamps actually meant something. But anyway, let's just go with it, shall we? It was then that Mario was put in a very similar situation. This is exactly like the very first time he ever battled Ztarragus. Ztarragus, now fully transformed into his old self again with his memory intact, defeated Mario and took back his island just like that! But not before his memory and his appearance started to slip away again. Apparently, in order for Ztarragus to be completely free, Mario would have to defeat him in battle. Not for control of the island, but to bring everything back to normal. Since it was the song Rawest Forest that made him angry, the remake of it anyway, it only made sense that the same song would fully restore Ztarragus' memory and his appearance.
Super Mario RPG, it is the only one just for me. When I play the game, I get lost in a phase. Then I find out I'm stuck in Gino's maze. Give me frog coins,
Give me Mario.
Give me frog coins,
Give me Mallow.
Give me Sia,
Give me Gino.
Give me cookies.
Of course we will get you that, Mario.
We need to mute that stupid
I
voice.
need to get those Dave coins to pay off all my credit cards. There are many secrets in this game, many of which drive some peeps insane. Why we try to cheat in a really good game just sounds like crap and it makes you look lame. Exiting the forest is super simple. All you do is follow these patterns for the rest of your gaming life.
Alright, give me cookies, give me Sia, give me great guys, casino, give me everything
My
I
name is
need.
Exo, I'm the rapper's angel. Trap and play with the axe and rangers. Watch your lame is like Mario with his party go running with these starless Joes. Big Star Road, I don't think so. I don't blink slow, cause every time I try to rhyme, I'm hitting my right eye more than 9 to 99.
But he's been aboard him at a lack of interest. Little cat's got us mad and in distress. Italian guy got a bite to tie the blast right past rescue the captain princess next. Cripples anger is them at lab bag. Keep a present into prison level of attack. Don't fight the bullets, you know that the kids are learning. Get rid of the paper, get to get the bodies to act glad.
My name is Croco. Wallet. Wallet.
It's really creepy up here.
In the end of the game,
Low on hit points.
I
You got any refreshments?
You take this mushroom.
I am just a princess, please help me. Let me escape, Booster is scary. I've heard rumors he's taken me to marry more, but I don't wanna marry more, I wanna marry Mario.
Give me frog coins.
Give me Mario.
Give me frog
Give me
coins.
Mallow.
Give me Sia.
Give me Gino.
Give me my frying pan and parasol.
There are many secrets in this game, many of which drive some peeps insane. Why we try to cheat in a really good game just sounds like crap and it makes you look lame. Exiting the forest is super simple. All you do is follow these patterns for the rest of your gaming life.
RPG Super Mario RPG.
The end.